what's going on, guys? This is the Solid Stealth Execution Trophy Guide that I figured I'd post since I just got the trophy, and I noticed a lot of people are having a really hard time getting this one, so I figured I'd just basically show you how I've done it. When I first dropped in, I got a breaker shotgun, which is pretty good for wiping out patrols when they get on your screen. I have 2 distractor beacons, fully upgraded. You definitely want distractor beacons when you're going to do this trophy because they can basically just get patrols off the map wherever you want them to go whenever you're trying to do, you know, whatever objective you're running towards. You also want maxed out UAVs so that you can keep tabs on where the patrols are moving. And the last one can be whatever you want it to be. I think for me I have the slow down call-in to stop enemies in their tracks in case they get too close to me. But really you could have a 3rd distractor beacon if you wanted. Whenever you're doing this, you always want to make sure you're checking the map constantly,
Supplies incoming.
so that you never get caught off guard by patrols sneaking up on you. And it's also important to note that depending on what objective you're doing, you actually don't need to complete it. You don't have to do every single objective. If it's a capture one, obviously you have to sit there, but if it's an escort mission, you can kill the guys and keep moving. If it's a defend the launch pad, you can let that get destroyed. There's no real reason to protect it when you only need to complete one objective to get the trophy.
Reload.
You also want to make sure that when you're throwing these distractor beacons, you're throwing them really far away from where you want to go, because they group up and they will definitely get really close to you if you're not careful.
Deploying defensive assets.
I really ended up not needing
Deploying
that,
defensive assets.
but I brought it with me just in case. I thought it might be useful. But you can't really throw it that far, so they get too close to you and you end up having to leave.
Dropping equipment. Repeat. Dropping equipment.
It's good to develop a path that you want to take so that you're hitting all the objectives and at the same time
Deploying defensive
avoiding the
assets.
patrols. So looking at the map for a while, depending on what map you have, you want to try to, you know, find a path that works for you. And I'm just going to run away from that because I really don't need to defend it. And since I'm feeling greedy, I might as well grab a few samples while I'm here, since there are just so many in this area. So yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. As long as you keep throwing out distractor beacons and UAV, you really shouldn't have any problem with it. That's the hardest thing is finding out what equipment you want to take in on the planet.
Defensive stratagem incoming.
And I originally made this mistake of only taking one distractor beacon. You definitely don't want to do that because the cooldown, even when it's maxed out all the way, the cooldown is not fast enough, and you will end up getting caught at the extraction point because it takes like a minute and a half or something to extract, and that distractor beacon does not last the full time, so you'll end up getting caught like that.
Defense drop incoming. Extraction confirmed. Shuttle inbound. ETA T minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
So it looks like they're gonna be at that point for a while, so I should be safe, but
Dropping equipment.
eventually that distraction beacon is going to expire and they're going to make their way towards the extraction point. And so it's important to get another one thrown out, so that's why you need two. And you want to walk away kind of far. It'll tell you, oh, you're leaving the area. But you need to be able to do that so that they don't get too close to you. So I'm just going to walk off screen here in a minute. Or walk away from the extraction point. And, yeah.
Deploying defensive assets.
And that gives you enough time. They'll be closer, but as long as they're not on screen, they'll be alright.
Hold out. T minus
And then
30
if they get too
seconds.
close, you just run away, and they usually leave you alone. They'll go back to the distraction beacon because that's the only thing that's getting their attention. And then you'll be safe.
T minus 15 seconds. T minus 10 seconds. T minus 5 seconds. Shuttle arriving.
And that's how it's done, guys. Hope this video helped you out.